That's so true. The tea has been poured. I poured the tea.
You did pour the tea. Oh, let's Baby Yoda this shit.
Baby Yoda's the only reason I'm still here existing. Just kidding. But maybe so. Maybe Baby Yoda's the only reason I'm going to keep Jedi in my name.
According to your Twitter, it's the reason you're alive.
That is true. For those of you joining us right now, we are going to talk about the Rise of Skywalker.
Dun dun dun!
And the fact that my entire social media is just Baby Yoda memes.
I'm okay.
Plenty of people have unfollowed me for, and I'm like, good, weeding out the bad.
Good. Cowards.
Cowards!
Hey, I was doing the same thing with Raylo yesterday on Instagram, and I was just like, good, leave. I don't need you. And you know what happened? I got a surge of followers as well. And I'm like, yes, my people.
My people. So, yes, along with our chat times about cosplay, we also do like the share of the fandom salt, and we like to pour the salt, even if it's sugar or salt. So in this conversation, it's going to be both sugar and salt.
Yes.
Probably just sugar as in Alex and salt as in me. So from here on out, we're talking about the Rise of Skywalker. There will be spoilers. If you haven't seen it, turn around, go see it, blah, blah, blah. Don't
put it on pause.
Put it on pause. Everyone knows what to do when someone says spoiler alert.
Yes.
Welcome to 2019.
Mm-hmm. Put this on your watch later list, and also slap that bell button.
That bell button? That's
the bell button.
Oh, we're telling people to subscribe to me now?
Are we doing that?
Sure.
Subscribe!
Well, eventually we'll, get better quality, better everything, and things will be good, and we can be like, oh, here's our outro. We can have an outro now.
Oh my god, we can have an outro. Yeah. You'll be able to see my face and everything.
That's true, and our audios won't be so spiky, because I'll have the time to edit it, and things will be better, because people actually care about this little chat time.
Yeah, but in the meantime, slap that bell button.
In the meantime, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. 2 minutes in, so let's start talking about the Rise of Skywalker. I didn't make any notes for this.
I did. Your father did not believe that I was going to actually bring notes.
Yes, Alex and I saw it last night, opening night, 8:45, with my father, my boyfriend, and Alex and I.
Yes.
And, well, first off, what were your expectations? Did you have any?
I expected Knights of Ren.
Mm-hmm.
I expected Rey having hopefully a decent battle.
Yeah.
And I expected sweaty goodness from Kylo Ren.
Okay, that's cool, because what I expected was very opposite. I expected way more like, we're building an army, as in the Resistance is finding people the whole time to help fight this final battle that we don't know what is.
Yeah.
I expected that. Instead, it was just a mess of people running around telling people what to do. On some planet that looked like Endor, but just wasn't Endor.
In this conversation, in this podcast, I might be the sugar and everything, but I'm not going to say that this was a great movie.
Yeah. I will say my expectations were, and they were high. No, I mean, you can't lie and say they weren't, because this is the last movie of the Star Wars saga.
Mine were very low.
Yeah, and I tried to stay away from the spoilers, but I got a lot of vague spoilering, which is people coming out and saying their opinion if they liked it or not, which you can say that doesn't affect you, but it really does.
Yeah, it does.
It's subconscious affecting, and I follow film critics that I really treasure what they say about things, and I very much agree with them on a lot of stuff, and they felt the same way.
See, I don't...
2 days earlier than me, and I was like, shit, well, I'm gonna feel that way. So, I don't know. I don't know.
See, that is literally the reason why I don't follow any film critics at all, because I'm just like, I just want to go in, have a good time, ride the ride, see what I'm going to be compositing the next year.
Yeah, I was really hoping to find some stuff I wanted to cosplay, and I did, and we'll talk about that. Sorry, Bliss. She's my favorite.
She's pretty. She's so pretty. I thought she was Karen Gillan.
Karen Gilligan? Oh, no. She was off filming.
She literally sounded like Nebula.
She kind of did. Didn't have the tallness, though.
I'm not the only one that thought that, too.
Really?
Yeah, there was a couple of us, and I was just like, I thought it was too.
Well, I knew it was Kerry Russell, but... Anyways, so The Rise of Skywalker, for me, is not my favorite at all of the new trilogy. Force Awakens is still mine. Yours?
Of the new ones? Yeah. See, since I watched both movies right before we went to go see the third one, I'm like, I really enjoy all of them just because of like more of cinematic stuff. Like the Red Room scene, still probably my favorite scene.
Yeah,
even
gorgeous.
though there's definitely some choreographed like mishaps.
Yeah.
But like still one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah. I just find that I wasn't connected to any of the main characters as much as I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I wish I was more connected to Rey, because, like, first female... Okay, back it up. Not first female Jedi. First mainstream film female Jedi. Blah, 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 blah. Ahsoka be damned. I was hoping I could connect with her.
We heard her.
We did, and that was really cool. But like,
I would have still killed to see a Leku. just a Boca out.
I know.
Leku.
I know. I was expecting Hera Syndulla, to be honest, to pop somewhere. Honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been attached to the characters, so I have a little more of a negative neutrality to some of them. Rey's the most neutral. I just don't care too much. I don't like at all Finn. I can't stand Finn. Poe is on my nerves sometimes, although this has been my favorite Poe movie.
Yeah.
I really liked him in this one.
The last movie, I just wanted to strangle him and, like...
Oh, we're not talking about Last Jedi.
Launch him out.
Yeah. I wish he was the one that got sucked out into the vacuum, but oh well. But oh well. Okay, so Act 1, what did you think?
God, it was jumpy.
It was so jumpy. There's so much.
Like, literally,
bothered me.
The first thing I write down is very jumpy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Trying to fill in story that was supposed to be in, like, the second movie.
And I liked what they were doing. Like, the activity of finding information about a spy, that's super cool.
Yeah.
But the editing and the cutting was all over the place.
And we slightly talked about this yesterday. I honestly feel like JJ tried to cram everything he wanted to add to the second movie in the very beginning of this movie. Just to kind of build up and, like, Well,
he was retconning Last Jedi.
Yeah.
He came out, he said that it was not his favorite. He had some negative things to say. It wasn't trash.
No.
But he had some things that he would have done differently. And I think...
we saw that in the first, 20 minutes of the film.
And unfortunately, I listened to Alex from Star Wars Explained do his review before I'm recording this, so...
See, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I know.
We just muted it.
He made a very good point. He said he felt like J.J. Abrams made this in a vacuum. Yeah. Like, there were a lot of plot holes that should have been solved by the story crew.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, that's totally right. And it felt like he was just like, I'm gonna go do this. I don't care what anybody else says, even though that's not at all what he probably did. He probably had a lot of influence, but it just felt like that. But maybe that's because he had to slam jam tons of things in there, and it felt like the whole movie was Last Jedi was completely retconned.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Even though I didn't like Last Jedi, it's my least favorite, but you can't ignore it.
No.
Ugh. Anyways.
It's officially canon, so...
So the first thing we meet that, let's see... We're in the Millennium Falcon. We're finding out about a spy, which I thought was really cool. Flying through things, doing light speed jumps.
Yeah, light speed skipping.
Light speed skipping.
Which was also interesting.
Wanted to say that the comedy and the banter between all of the characters was much better this round.
Agreed.
I really liked. I laughed.
Absolutely
I was like, "Ha, that's funny," instead of "It's cringy." But I thought the banter between Poe and Finn at that time was very fun. I liked it when Finn got down to the gunner and was like, cracked his knuckles, like, I got this.
Well, that was also nice, because I think I also made a note about that, because when you see him in the very first movie and everything, that's where he's in. He was very uncomfortable, and now you see him in the very end, and he's just like, got that.
I never made that connection. That's a good one. See, I like that part. I like that part. That was nice. And that weird worm thing fixing something inside the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that? Who are you?
I liked him. Cool. He's staying there, and I was kind of like, I just want to squish him. But like, he's probably got a storyline that's going to be in like 3 books and a comic series. So
for sure.
The slime ball who fixes the light speed.
He gets his own Disney Plus series.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff they presented in this movie that was like, what, that you can do that, or that can do that.
Yeah,
like the light speed jumping. I was like, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, calm down.
But at the same time, it's like,
why else? Why not?
Why not?
Let's set the Millennium Falcon on fire. Which I thought
at least there was a consequence to it.
I did really like that when he landed and was like, it's on fire. Everything's on fire. I was like, yes, that's pretty funny.
What did you do to my droid? What did you do to my ship?
I liked that. I liked that banter between him and Rey. And I kind of thought, at least I felt, did you feel like a thing between him and Rey? Poe?
No.
No? See,
no.
I did. I thought that.
No.
I felt a romantic pull between Poe and Rey.
I felt a annoyance friend. Like a really annoying friend. Like, what the fuck did you just do to my parents' car?
Really?
Kind of thing.
Okay. I don't know. I felt kind of like a sexual banter between them.
I think that's just Poe.
But then again, I don't see Reylo. Like, I physically can't see that in my head. So maybe that's our difference between us. I don't know. Okay, so what else? So what else happened? Rey was training with Leia, which was a very short training montage, which I would have loved to have more of.
I would love that.
But
Extended edition,
I get why we couldn't because of Leia's reasons.
Yeah,
that she wasn't there. So we get overarching. I hated how they did what they did with Leia, but I also understand it, and I'm letting that go and just being like, whatever.
It's just one of those things where it's just like it was literally out of their hands.
Yeah.
They did the best that they could. Because I didn't keep up with this, but were they allowed to use her face, like, as
CGI?
Yeah.
I don't...
Like, did they give them permission to continue doing
maybe
CGI?
to, like, move between transitions, between splicing things together, but I don't think it was all... I don't think she was all CGI. She was definitely a stand-in when her head was turned and she was in scenes. That was a stand-in.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if they actually gave... Or the family gave them permission
They
to
didn't,
continue.
like, Moff Tarkin. They didn't do that. No, I think everything was what was previously shot. That's why I feel like it fit well. Like, that did not jar me. Her being in with all the cutscenes and her CGIing, I guess, being in the scenes, that didn't at all jar me. I thought it was very well done. I was really happy by that. I liked Trey's training scene. I was like, oh, we got a Jedi training course. That's cool. But, like, why? And why is Leia training her? That hit me first, and I was like, "Yeah, why are you training her?
Well, like,
you don't have any Jedi training."
Well, I know in like the video games, and everything, Leia is a Jedi.
What
She's
video
a young
game? In what canon? What canon?
I think it is one of the Old Republic because you run into her.
But that's not canon.
I know, but still.
No, see.
So, like, the
as much as I want Leia to be a Jedi, she's not.
Yeah, the idea of Leia being a Jedi never really fazed me.
No!
Never really fazed me, just because of the video games. I know they're not canon, but, like...
I love Jedis. I do. I love Ahsoka. I love Obi-Wan. And I like Kanan. But Leia as a Jedi, to me, does not fit. Because she is a political... general commanding armies badass.
But to also ignore that she does have force abilities.
Sure, but Maz Kanata wasn't Jedi training. Like, everybody has a force ability, doesn't have to Jedi train.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
But I think that's also one reason why, like, she never really pursued Jedi-ism.
Yeah. And I think
after that.
I think if we would have, I do honestly believe if Carrie Fisher didn't pass, we would have had all of that explanation in this movie.
Yeah,
and it would have fit, and it would have been way better. And then I would be here going, "That's so cool! It is a Jedi," and I would have let it go. But I just thought that was very weird.
Imagine
what?
Just Carrie Fisher battling, training.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
I would have freaked out.
I love that. But also, I have read books of Carrie Fisher, and her badassness is her mind. It's not her fighting ability. And that's what I want her to be remembered.
Yeah.
As, like, she was, the whole book of Bloodline. Like, how she almost became the not ruler, because that sounds dictator, but, like, the overseer of the New Republic, or a higher-up person in there, but it was found out that she's the daughter of Vader. Like, oh my god, that's crazy political intrigue. Maybe that's why I like the prequels so much, because I like political intrigue. Screw the Jedi battles. Give me some politics.
See, I'm over here. I'm your balance. You like the politics. I like the flashy sticks.
You do. I like the flashy sticks. Don't get me wrong. I do. I love, love, love the Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan battle scene. Who cannot?
I know.
Great.
Which is why we should have had more.
But Padme being Padme and Leia being Leia, I love them because they are smart, commanding women. That shows by what they do.
Yes.
Whatever. What are we talking about? This is going to be all
Star
over the
Wars.
place. Oh, Jesus.
We're talking about stars that are warring.
Oh, this is going to be all over the place. I'm so sorry, people.
It's fine.
Okay, so let's talk about...
So they find out about the Wayfinders. And
the holocrons, you mean?
Yeah.
Why do they call them holocrons? Am I just a person that just... I don't know.
Because apparently they're Wayfinders.
Okay.
So they go to the desert. There's a beautiful celebration, like, festival thing going on.
Yeah, that was cool, but what?
It was random. AF. Yeah. But, like...
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Sure. I wanted to go celebrate, and they find Lando, which I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. That's how they find Lando.
And then Lando makes a freaking Han Solo quote, and I like cried a little bit. Yeah, he's like, I don't, or what did he say? He said, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, he does the well, that's an everybody quote.
I know, but like that was always been like a Han Solo quote for me. Yeah.
Leia says it. Okay, true. That's an everybody, but he got to say it this one. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Okay, so they find the Wayfinder thing. C-3PO comes in really handy this movie, which I want to say, like, C-3PO was kind of like the big player in this movie. He did a really good job being C-3PO.
Except when he wouldn't freaking tell us what Sith words.
Well, he couldn't. He was a robot. It was against his protocol. It wasn't like, I don't think...
Just tell us the fucking words!
Well, here's the thing. Like, obviously...
Have to do a fucking lobotomy to his brain.
Was it Luke that told Rey that they knew that she was Palpatine? At the end? Was it Luke that said that?
Yeah.
So we knew that Leia knew that she was a Palpatine.
Yes.
Which in turn, I said that Chewie knew that she was a Palpatine.
Yes.
Which is why he took the dagger and turned himself in.
No. Completely
to let
agree.
Rey not go down this path.
Yeah. Completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely think that Chewie turned
and I think they
in.
used C-3PO as a plot point to drive that harder to that you aren't going to this way. Like, we don't want you to go this way.
Yeah.
Which obviously she was gonna, because we have 2 hours left, so. Okay, so she fights Kylo in a little desert thing, does the flippy flip, and then shoots laser beams out of her hands.
Yeah,
and then everyone's like, oh, Palpatine, okay.
Okay, Palpatine,
okay.
Wait.
And then just shatters the transport, and obviously Chewie's not dead, but it sounded like it. But also she, like, bounced back really quickly.
Yeah, she did. I'm so happy that you mentioned that.
Sad,
because I was like, you just lost.
You lost. Probably the biggest...
Your co-pilot.
Like, the one person I wanted to survive that entire series was Chewbacca. I want Chewbacca to get his damn medal and go have a drink and be okay to sit down. You can rest now.
Well, here's my thing. Because at first, I was like, okay. Because we find out Chewie's alive. Sure. And I'm just kind of like, okay, where was the second transport? We literally just watched him go onto that transport.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, was that entire thing an illusion? That's what I thought it was.
You thought it was an illusion?
I thought it was like some sort of Jedi Sith.
Miraculously survived a landing because he's a Wookiee and they're very,
durable.
Durable. Yes.
They're durable.
They're very durable. Yeah.
Don't forget your Wookiee insurance.
Rey was just bouncing back the whole time, just left and right between... Yeah. I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm going.
She was having a lot of conflicting emotions,
which made sense. I guess
leads to the dark side.
Leads to the dark side. Yeah. So okay. So oh god, where are we at? Oh, Price, Great Admiral Price. Really liked his character. Loved. What is that actor's name?
Don't ask me. I'm bad at.
I don't know. He's a really famous actor, and he was in Spice World. That's the only reason I know.
Oh,
I know. But don't hate.
So they go after... Wait. Did they go to the planet to find the not code breaker?
No.
The brain scrambler for CP3O.
C-3PO. Oh, yeah. They find the holocron, and they're like, how do we get on our C-3PO? And Poe's like, I know a guy. And they jump to another planet that sounds like Jumanji that starts with a K.
Balbo Frick?
Yes.
Fucking love him.
My baby. Give me that Funko.
Him?
Babu Frick.
Yes! Babu Frick.
Yes.
Literally.
Oh, I love Babu Frick. He reminded, like, that whole scene for some reason reminded me of Men in Black. Because of half in the first movie and half in the second movie when they were trying to like deneuralize Kay's character. Kay's character, yeah. That felt very Men in Black, and I just loved that. I laughed during that whole part, and plus we met Zori, and like the tension between Zori and Poe. I was like, ooh.
I was like, I like
that's
that.
what I want.
Yes, I like that.
Gimme.
That was good.
It was good, and I want to know more about that. But also, but here's another thing, and Alex said this in his review video that I did not pick up on. But he said that, she said that he was a spice runner.
Yeah.
He used to be a spice runner. That's false. He was in, the Empire. He was a fighter pilot in the Empire. There was literally no point from him defecting and doing his thing to the Resistance at any point in that he could have been a Spice Runner. Unless there was, like, a 5-month time where he needed some cash, and I guess he met up with Zori and, like, automatically a Spice Runner. But I was reading about her, she is the leader of the Spice Runners. And Spice Runners are a group of people. Yeah. They're not just people running Spice. Like, it's like capital S, capital R Spice Runners. Yeah. So, where's my book for that? I need it.
Or Disney Plus series.
You're right. So
I'll take either.
Yeah, that's what she was doing, and it was very much she felt like Kira a lot to me because she was like, I have stuff. I'm getting off this planet now. It's shit. I'm gonna go, and I was like, Kira. Oh my god, Kira. And maybe that's why I liked it so much. But like, yeah. So Babu Frick, they hack into C-3PO's brain. He turns evil.
I was just like, this is where they all die. This is where it ends.
Laser beams would have shot out of his brain. I would have just like done. Actually,
kills everyone.
Let me ask you. I can't remember how many times in this movie I almost like threw my popcorn bucket up in the air and left. But I think it was 3.
Well, considering you punched me a couple times, like, through the movie.
What was the point? Why did I punch you again?
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay, so they're off to the holocron plate. Oh, excuse me, the Wayfinder place.
The Wayfinder
Whatever.
place.
It looks remarkably like... Or Rey's off to that. Wait, do they both go there? I don't remember.
No, so there was a fight with Kylo and Rey. They went to go rescue Chewie.
Yeah.
They went to go rescue Chewie.
Yeah.
Rey went into Kylo's bedroom.
And then we find out the spy is Hux, so I was like, oh, that's cool.
That was great. I was just like,
what a see, and then he died.
Yeah, I'm like, what a sniveling little ass.
Oh, well, there went that. Once again, there was I didn't want. I wanted it. I wanted more, but I didn't want it because that would have been like a 5-hour movie, like more stuff. You know what?
I would have watched a 5-hour movie if they had spaced out some things. I would have watched a part 1, part 2.
But his whole spying part would have been a great overarching feel in the second movie. If this was the second movie, and like the fact that his motive is not at all he wants you to win. He just wants Kylo to lose. I was like, dude. That. Yes, give me that.
Like I would have loved if they would have like pushed that just a little bit further and just been like, oh, by the way, Hux is now the evil guy that is like controlling all the armies.
Because if he would have came back into the Resistance, he could have caused a lot of chaos in the Resistance by going back and forth on that, and that would have given the Resistance a little more plot. Because all they did, like I said, was run around and yell at people about something's coming. Get in the fight, which is what they've done in the first 3 movies. Yeah. So that was really cool.
Died too soon.
And then, did anything else happen on the Imperial ships?
Besides
the new guys, the new fleet with the new outfits that are
awesome. Oh, they were so pretty.
So pretty.
But Rey and Kylo had the fight. They really, really pushed that, depending on where they were, like...
they can always see each other.
They can always see each other, and then also things from one side can go into the other. Because they did hint at that in the second movie.
Yeah, they did, but the rain.
With the water.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, that's fine. Cool connection. And the fight in the Darth Vader room was cool.
You mean literally... Kylo Ren's bedroom?
Yeah.
I was like...
Hammering the fanfic. Like, it was just fan service. All this was fan service.
It really was.
For the 0.002% of you that are Reylo fans, congratulations, you have your movie. Like, god damn.
So they go to the planet where the Wayfinders is, and lo and behold, there's the Death Star. Bum, bum, bum.
Once again,
we have another Death Star.
What dies never dies.
What? Yep.
Okay, so in the Death Star, that was where Palpatine's gladiatorial coliseum was, right?
Yes. No.
That was on the planet.
No, that was on the planet.
Okay.
That was where the Wayfinder was. Right. And then Kylo was like, "What's up, baby? I'm here now." And she saw her dark self with shark teeth.
God. That was so stupid.
Which I'm kind of like, okay, the Death Star has been dead and like unfunctioning for years. Why then all of a sudden those doors just suddenly open and close? Like that, like stop.
Yeah.
Like that ship is out of commission.
Yep.
Also, Rey, why are you going into a dark room by yourself on a dead ship?
Because she's a master level Jedi right now.
No.
Because none of this has a timeline sequence at all. Because we saw Anakin over the time sequence of the prequels, which is what, 10, no. At least a dozen years. At least. Grow to become a Master Jedi.
Yes.
It took Rey, what? How long was these like,
it was a couple months.
From Force Awakens to the Rise of Skywalker, what is that timeline?
Oh, I don't
like
know.
How many years is that? I don't think it's a year. I don't even think it's a full year.
I don't know if it is a year.
And they haven't told us that, and I'm just like, I get Rey is so full of the Force, but so is Anakin. And like this rapid gain of her, these abilities to heal. Okay, the healing.
Okay.
If this would have been a thing in the Jedi, everyone knew how to heal, we wouldn't have lost Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep.
I'd see. I don't know. Anakin's probably wouldn't have lost his arm. Luke wouldn't have lost his arm. I don't know. A lot of Jedi deaths that happened, they probably wouldn't have happened. So why didn't anyone know how to heal? Oh, because that's just something new that they put out.
See, like, if it wasn't for Mandalorian and Baby Yoda doing the thing, the only thing that I would have possibly connected the healing would have been Palpatine's bloodline. And no, the only reason
Baby Yoda is a Palpatine.
I know, that's why I was like, if it wasn't for Baby Yoda and they just introduced this, I would have been like, okay, maybe it's a Palpatine thing. Kind of like how there's different, like, branches of Jedi fighting styles, kind of like how the lightning was also a little bit more of a dark force thing, but oh my god, what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson was able to do it.
Windu.
Yes.
He didn't do that.
He was able to. He's actually able to do the lightning.
No.
Yes. I'm fairly sure I read a lot, or I listened to a lot of lore. It was never shown, but I'm pretty sure he was also able to do the lightning.
I don't know, Alex. I don't know. Also, and if anyone decides to attack us personally in these comments or anything, I will come at you with more Baby Yoda memes and make you cry.
And I just won't care.
Yeah, I don't really care about anybody, what they say about anything right now.
Because I could be comments.
I could be, spewing bullshit as well, and we're all going to be spewing bullshit as well. But for us to talk about this, we're going to have to say some things.
Let's do the thing. Look it up on Wikipedia.
Okay, I don't know if he does. Because
I believe he was the one that mastered the type of Jedi fighting or force bending or whatever that is closer to the dark side.
It's not in. I'm gonna pull up Wikipedia. But anyways, while I'm fact checking you, Alex.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
no, that's fine. Do it. Like, I don't care to be wrong. Like, go for it.
So yeah. Well, also like Ahsoka. Ahsoka feels empathy.
Yeah.
And feels the danger that people are in, whereas like Anakin and Luke can sense where people are. So there are different Jedi attributes to people.
Yeah.
Obviously, but like this healing power is like a level that should have been introduced in the Jedi stuff
for a long
time ago,
or at least like in the animated series.
And even if it's Baby Yoda can do it, but Baby Yoda is not Rey. Baby Yoda is something we don't know, and that's the cool thing about it. Is like, ooh, find out. But Rey has been just a general just Jedi, but has been on her own because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's wielding 900 years of mastery like Yoda. Okay.
Yeah, but the only reason I bring up like Palpatine is because of the one theory that was it Darth Sidious who was able to prolong his life. And
You're right.
If he was able to do the same thing, and it was like a bloodline kind of thing.
So yes, I think you're right, because when he was talking to Anakin in Episode 3 about the powers of the Sith are greater than the Jedi, which is why Anakin was like, oh, hey, I can save my lady like that. Sure. But the healing, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know about that. Meh. I love how I'm looking up on Wikipedia, and it says characters, but it has Luke as cyborgs.
Oh. He was a fucking robot this entire time.
I mean, he has his hand, but that's very strange. I don't know. Anyway, what were we talking about? Okay. Rey's teeth that are suddenly a vampire? Okay.
No, they were very much goblin shark teeth.
Goblin shark teeth.
Like, all y'all people who love sharp teeth anime boys, Rey got you. Like,
that was ridiculous.
That was just... I love the fight between them. I'm like, that's cool. I really want Rey to have a double-sided lightsaber.
Yeah.
and I want that.
First off, Mace Windu's Wikipedia is 1,000,000 years long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna put that one aside and look it up later.
Okay.
You know, yeah, this movie felt very much like Return of the Jedi, and it was almost placating it exactly like Return of the Jedi, with some scenes that were exactly like Return of the Jedi, and especially the, I'm fighting myself. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought she was going into that stupid mirrored room that she had at Octo on Last Jedi. And it was like, no, I'm going to fight myself. And I was like, okay. And then the teeth, and then that was, blah. Mm-hmm. Did you figure it out?
I'm about to.
Okay. Well, okay, that was weird, but she gets the Wayfinder, and then...
Mm-hmm. Well, no, she didn't even get the Wayfinder. Kylo and Rey had a fight, and then Kylo was like, the only way you're going to go to the planet is with me. And I'm like, yes, baby. First date.
Sure. Okay.
And then he crushes the Wayfinder, and she gets mad. They have a fight. This is also when Leia passes away.
Oh, I hate that.
I know. My biggest gripe, I understand what happened. I understand, like, why they did it a certain way. My only gripe is that she studied the Force. Mm-hmm. She did the Jedi training and everything. At least give her some decency to actually appear to both of them.
Yeah,
I think there would have been a much more emotional impact. Kylo has not physically seen his mother in years.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he was like, Mom, and then gets choked up. I was like, you didn't feel like that in the last one. Whatever.
Yeah, he did. He didn't actually shoot his mom.
Okay, I know, but he didn't.
He is a mama's boy. He was going to, but he didn't.
Gross. Well, he could have told his people to stop. Whatever, I digress.
But yeah, I was like, give Carrie Fisher some common decency and actually make it emotional. Like, I think it would have been a fucking punch to the gut.
She literally was just like, oh.
Yeah, what did she say? What did she even say?
She didn't say anything.
Did she say was like, Ben?
Yeah, she said Ben. She did say Ben. And then healed over like she had to go lay down because she ate some bad Taco Bell.
Yeah. Like, what I think it would have been like, holy shit, like all of a sudden, like, Carrie or freaking Leia just all of a sudden appear because that would have made both of them stop fighting.
I honestly believe that's probably what would have happened, but we didn't have the footage.
Nope.
And she just had to go lay down and then make the connection mentally through audio and not visual. So yeah, I just didn't like how she was just. But I can't argue against it because I get why they probably did it because didn't have the footage. Didn't have the footage. So arguing against the stuff that obviously could not happen is pointless argument. But still, I didn't like it.
They could have forced Ghost her.
They could have forced Ghost her. You're right. But maybe she wasn't that level of Jedi mastery because, I don't know, she did training for 2 weeks and then realized that, I'm going to have one of my kids is going to turn the dark side here. I got to check in my lightsaber and got to stop. Which her lightsaber is super cute. Rose gold.
But they didn't even have to show her face. Just like a pan of them fighting and her just being like, Ben, them two like turning around and be like, fuck. And then she disappears.
Yeah. That would have been, yes, I would have wanted that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Rey steals Kylo's ship, has the Wayfinder. She goes back to the island. She kills Kylo.
Oh, well, she stabbed and,
Remember that? And I literally laughed.
I know you did. I was like, this bitch.
I laughed out loud in the theater.
And then I'm over here like, bitch, you better heal back up your husband. Thank you.
I couldn't believe that. But then I also could because Rey was unhinged to the point of, I'm just doing what everybody else thinks I'm gonna do and do this.
Well, she's kind of hinging on dark side a little bit
there. Sure. That's fine. But to kill Kylo like that, I was like, that's bold. Yeah, and then she heals a wound that could have saved a lot of Jedi lives in the previous episodes. We could have still had Qui-Gon Jinn if this was the case, but I guess Obi-Wan and his multi-decade training to that point of Phantom Menace didn't have the ability. I'm salty.
Here's the salt, y'all.
Because I don't like that at all. I hate it so much. Okay, let's go.
She steals his
ship, goes away. Kylo's like, ugh. And then Han Solo comes back looking real good.
Yeah, he did.
The good hairline. Mm-hmm. I just kept staring at that hairline.
You even whispered at me. You were like, that hairline, though.
That's a good hairline. This is my job.
Where do you think Kylo got his hair? his father.
I'm just not a fan of Kylo. I don't care anything about that character.
That's fine. Me and my little lightsaber.
I just didn't want him to be redeemed. I did not want him to be redeemed.
That was actually okay.
He was a warlord. He's a war criminal. I did not want him to be redeemed. I'm sorry.
Also, you guys, before we even went into this movie, Amanda had like 3 things she did not want to happen. Yeah. She didn't want Reylo, she didn't want Ben being redeemed, and I forgot what was the third one.
No, I didn't want those to happen. What things I wanted to happen was he was not redeemed. I did not want any Reylo, and I wanted Chewie to rip his arm off and smack him upside the head. But that's because I got it from my friend Natasha, who posted that, and I was like, it's exactly how I feel. So that's coming from Natasha, and I was just like, yes, I felt the same way. But honestly, yes, that's what I wanted. And oh wait, none of that happened.
Yeah. So Ben sees his father, and then when this is happening, I'm like trying so hard not to cackle, and Amanda fucking punches me.
God, I did.
In the arm, and she's just like, no!
This is so stupid. And he sees Han Solo, which magically gets, which I get now, looking at it on a whole, he was not Force ghosting.
No.
Kylo was seeing an old vision of his.
Kylo was having a mental breakdown.
No, he wasn't. Kylo was having a problem about trying to figure, he might be, if that's a mental breakdown, it's a mental breakdown. But he was
having a midlife crisis.
Was that interaction with Han Solo, God, so many people, the exact interaction he had in Force Awakens?
No. It's very close, but no.
But it wasn't supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just was mad that Han Solo was a magic Force ghost for a little bit, and that's why I punched you. Because I was like, this is so stupid. If he is able to have the Force now, and he is now a Force ghost.
I was just laughing.
But now I realize that it was a memory of Kylo Ren that he can magically make alive. Because that's his powers now.
I don't think it was magically made alive. I think he was literally just talking to himself on the ship.
Maybe so, but then I also think that Leia was like powering him up with a booster of Princess Leia juice to help him go forward into the rest of everything, because Kylo wasn't strong enough to do all the stuff that he just magically did after that, taking a stab wound to the chest. That's okay, he's magically healed, because there's no consequences in this movie, by the way. There's none. The only thing that was sad was that Leia died, and we knew it was coming because it had to do. And like,
for you guys,
not that I wanted people to die, but I wanted people to die.
Yeah, I wanted people to die.
Maybe that's just my Game of Thrones coming through, but I wanted people to die. I wanted some fucking consequences, because every movie we've had consequences, and it's been very heartfelt when we've seen people go. This one, it was like, there was no consequences. It was like, you guys are going to win the battle, and then you're going to be like, we need help, and then they're going to find other people, and then they're going to lose another battle, and they're going to be like, we need help. It's just a constant, and magically, more destroyers are going to show up in the Outer Rims. More.
I didn't understand that.
That was... Okay.
Breathe. Breathe. Oh, you also went to the bathroom at a really funny point.
I went and peed at the worst time.
Worst time.
One of the good comedy points. When we met the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, the Knights of Ren finally came in, and they passed these 2 guards, and the guards were like, oh, those are the Knights of Ren. Cool. And I'm like, that's us.
It's like,
that's us, the audience, because we've been fucking wanting this since the first fucking movie.
God, it just felt like a middle finger.
It was, because aren't the Knights of Ren also the other Padawans that like Kylo Ren was like, come with me. They should have had lightsabers.
Yeah.
And or be able to fucking fight.
They couldn't.
Like they should have kicked Kylo's ass.
Yeah.
More so.
But
with sabers.
But they looked cool.
The costumes were really cool.
Yeah, they were really, really cool, but that was pointless for that. Because they should have been in the second movie. They should have had a plot point. And we would have felt some things for them coming in.
I wanted to feel goosebumps and chills and fear when I saw the Knights of Ren. And all I saw was just a bunch of bodyguards.
Literally, I had no emotions in this movie. The only time I teared up a tad was when Chewie got the medal at the end. Because Chewbacca was the only one that went through emotion in the entire movie.
Yeah, when Leia died and he found
that was hard.
That was
hard.
And
I was like, gravitas, finally, some feeling. Because everything that Rey felt, I laughed at. It didn't feel like, it wasn't earned, it wasn't genuine, and same with Kylo. I laughed at it, because I'm like, I can't follow you guys anymore, because you're just you go back and forth, and all you're doing is just complaining about you have this connection, but you don't know why. And then Rey's parentage, which...
Oh, which, you know, was
Matters.
completely, like, thrown away in the second movie because, nothing matters, everyone's gonna die, blah, 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 blah. And now, all of a sudden, by the way, it does matter.
And like, I was fine.
That made me
I was
angry.
very fine with her being a nobody, quote, quote.
Oh,
because
same.
that made the kid at the end make sense, and that made more people coming back and making Jedis make sense, because I feel like that's truly how it is.
Yeah.
But in this movie made it sound like, oh, wait, no, the only powerful Jedis are people that are Skywalkers and Palpatines. Yep. No one else exists. Yep. Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks.
I can't say I hate, because I don't really hate.
We've said that already a lot of times.
I do not like that she is a Palpatine.
No,
I think that
can't
they
stand it either.
literally just threw that out there.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
Obviously she's an Obi-Wan.
Kenobi.
Obviously she's a Kenobi.
If she was a Kenobi, I probably would have felt better about it.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I also have real tight ties to Obi-Wan, so he's just
because I can imagine Kenobi actually fucking someone.
Can you? Yeah, me too. I hope we see that Disney Plus. We won't. Disney Plus After Dark, Kenobi After Dark.
Let's be honest, because, like, who the hell
you have-
touched Palpatine to make children? And don't give me those metachlorian bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, who did he...
But, like, that, I can't understand the timeline. Because he is old. Mm-hmm. And as a senator in Naboo and Phantom, his kids would have had to have Rey much older than what we looked Rey's parents to look like. The timeline just did not make sense for me. And I could be wrong. It might make sense. I don't know.
Someone make a timeline.
But I need facts and math right now.
Yeah.
Because that didn't make any sense to me.
I was so confused.
But she could have been an immaculate conception person, kind of like Anakin. But then again, if that was the case...
Then they wouldn't have had the Palpatine name.
She's Jesus. Like, fuck. But yeah, no, she was an obvious Palpatine because her parents hid her for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they knew.
Hiding him from Hitler.
Yeah, and I hated that. Oh man, I couldn't stand it.
Same.
If she was a Kenobi, it would have been really cool.
Yeah.
To tie in Obi-Wan's story about what happened to him on Tatooine, which we would have been seeing in the next Disney Plus, which would have made everybody like, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens.
Plus, it would have been really cool, especially since we hear Kenobi say Rey in the very first movie when she touches the lightsaber.
Yeah.
He's the very first Force ghost-esque thing that she experiences.
That would have been beautiful. I don't know how the timeline would have worked with that. I really don't know. But I think it would have been so much better. And then, like,
it didn't even have to be, like, Kenobi's actual daughter, just granddaughter.
Yeah, granddaughter. And then maybe her taking the Skywalker name at the end wouldn't be so, jaded for me, because I didn't like that either.
Yeah. What, you didn't like Kylo and Rey's wedding?
No. What?
And how all of a sudden they are...
There's a wedding.
Yeah! They kissed. She's pregnant.
No, she's
That's how that works.
Oh, hated that.
But, like...
Sorry, I've said hate a lot because... Oh, wait, I didn't do it.
Oh, I know, because you're the salt in this conversation. It's fine. So, literally, I disliked how all of a sudden... And I feel we also were going to have to talk about, like, what we did like about the movie, because I feel like we're just shitting on it a lot.
Yes.
And I apologize in advance.
But I don't have much.
I know.
I really, honestly don't. The thing I liked was Babu Frick.
Because he's amazing.
And Zori. And some comedy bits.
I liked Dio. No,
and
thank
Dio
you.
was cute. That was
thank
so
you.
cute. And, like, Chewie was great. I was just happy with Chewie. I liked C-3PO. His little reasons for being there. Cool, but... That's it.
Yeah.
I really don't have much.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But, like, I didn't like that all of a sudden they made the whole holding hand going with one another so prominent all of a sudden. I was just kind of like, stop. Because now I'm like, okay, now I'm sensing, okay, was his offer... like a hand in marriage, which in the Reylo community, that's what a lot of people were saying because he wanted her to rule by his side.
Okay. Well, in the Jedi community, Jedis don't get married, but I guess that's just thrown to the wind because nobody knows anything anymore.
Sith, so
yeah, whatever. Is he a Sith? Is Ben a Sith? Kylo, whatever his name is?
I mean, he subscribed to it.
He subscribed to it. That's why he's a warlord and a war criminal, and he's put in jail. But whatever, he's fine now. I guess.
It's okay.
Oh no, wait, he's dead. Which was so funny.
God. Did you hear my choke? I absolutely
Yeah, you did.
choked.
Oh my
I mean, it wasn't something that I was not expecting, but it wasn't something that I was like, oh, maybe they'll have more of a no, he's gone.
Well, after I threw my popcorn bucket in the air at the kiss, and then he fades away, my anger was immediate laughter. I was like,
and I was just like,
that was hilarious.
Okay. Where are we?
Let's go. Let's talk. It's all over the place now. We've lost
just like the movie.
Yeah,
it's fine
because the editing was ridiculous. God. It was so crazy. I liked the speeder chase on that random celebration festival planet.
Yeah,
that was cool. And seeing like the stormtroopers flying, and I liked the banter. Was they fly now? They're flying now. They're flying now.
They fly
cool.
Now. They fly
Good
now.
writing. Liked that.
I don't know if I like that.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Just they fly now. They fly now. They fly now. I'm like,
sure.
Okay.
That's fine. Whatever.
Although I did think that the way that they launched that was
cool. It was on purpose.
Hilarious.
It was on purpose, but I was like, was it?
Some of their death, I was just like,
bump.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, like the last one that just exploded and that mountain. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, ooh, ow.
Those poor stormtroopers. I was hoping for. I think it was Alex that mentioned this in his review, but he was hoping for a all stormtrooper revolt at the end.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, because after Jana talked about Jana, not Jaina, not that, but like Janah.
Yeah,
Jana.
And the horses.
When she was talking about how they existed, I was like, yes,
I love.
There was a whole trooper set that put down their armor. It felt very much like Clone Wars. It felt like
Disney Plus.
That was cool. And then we barely got to know any more about her because she was off helping Finn do a stupid thing again. Ugh. She was a new Rose. I
would love to see that happen.
What, her storyline?
I would love to see her storyline, and I also want to know more about the kidnapped children that were grown to be stormtroopers.
You should read Phasma.
I do need to read Phasma.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's a big part to doing it.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does. Because Phasma, she is part of recruitment and oversees recruitment for a while with Cardinal, and then stuff ensues. But that's really interesting at that point. But her character, the reason why they exist, neat. Mm-hmm. But it was just like, oh, we're gonna help you get to this point to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was something that was something else like pissed you off? I think it was actually when they were talking and she was like, it was just this instinct, and he was just like,
oh, Finn suddenly getting force powers.
Yeah, and then I was just when he was just like, yeah, it was a feeling, and I just looked at Amanda and I was just like, the force.
I felt it. Yes, when he said I felt it. How did you know? I felt it. I was like, I threw my hands up in the air, just like that Peter Griffin gif. Done! I was like, we're out.
I straight up, y'all, I thought Amanda was gonna punch me again. You almost did.
I slowly put my armchair up to upright position and was like, I'm gonna leave. This is ridiculous. Finn has no point. His whole storyline has been all over the place. This entire trilogy.
And I'm going to bring up our little argument when we left the theater. In Force Awakens, a person who is literally trained since like childhood to
be a janitor.
To be a janitor / stormtrooper that only knows blasters, only knows guns. That is it. How is he all of a sudden able to fight with a sword? Well, and not only just well, enough for him to be able to fight off Kylo Ren, who has been training in the Force and with sabers for a very long time. Mm-hmm. How is he able to hold him off?
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So anybody can accelerate a saber. Anyone. Han Solo did it.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
It doesn't mean people can fight with them.
Hold on. I let you get your stuff out. I let you get your stuff out. Let me get my stuff out. Finn has no force powers except randomly now because he has some connection to Rey, which makes no sense because apparently everybody has a connection to Rey. Everyone can just tune into the Rey channel. 1067. This is the Rey channel.
The Rey channel.
Welcome, everybody. Everyone can feel her thoughts and feel where she is. It's just irradiating feeling. And so Finn, there's no point. Anybody can push open a lightsaber. Padme used it in Clone Wars. She used Anakin's. She fought off some stuff with people. Anybody can swing it around like a baseball bat. It doesn't take anybody training. And also, do you think he was beating Kylo?
No, but holding off.
He was
Kylo.
Falling down with style, and then getting stunk in the back.
Okay, what about the fight at Maz's cantina?
He just reflected. He did not use the Force to do what he did. He did not.
As a person who can barely hit a baseball...
It takes the Force and a Jedi training to know to use it well. Anybody can swing it around and be lucky. He was lucky. I'm sorry. I hate Finn. Hated that. That was my done point, was when he said, I felt it.
And I flinched a little bit.
Okay.
I
liked how they brought horses in. That was a really cool thought, because when he said he has ideas, because I do believe Finn is good at having ideas and having strategy, except the whole second movie, all of his strategies were shit, and they all got caught, and everything blew up. Oh, but they freed some horses. They did that. So that strategy was good. I liked it.
We don't talk about.
We're not cracking that egg open. I decided to put it out there that he's good and bad at what he does.
Yes.
So that whole scene with, disengaging the remote towers to let all of the magically made, but also super combustible Star Destroyers.
That all can destroy a planet.
All can destroy a planet.
Where do the people come from?
But also have no shields.
Do you think that those people are actually clones?
Well, they all looked the same. They were bad clones.
They might be clones.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of clones.
I'll just run by robots.
Snoke!
Oh, yeah.
Snoke
we
was
haven't
a
even
clone.
touched on the fact that the Palpatine stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Palpatine, who was magically Darth Maul, ran. That made that illusion at the end. I was like, wow, he's hooked to a chair.
Wow.
And that's how he's living.
I got, what was it, Ghost in the Shell vibes.
Yeah, it felt like that. I think the aesthetic of it was cool.
Yeah.
It looks nice on a concept poster.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work in a movie.
No.
And like her coming and being like, take the throne, Rey, take it, you are mine. And then having a coliseum of a whole bunch of Palpatines.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
I'm just kind of like, you will be Empress and I will be in you. I'm like, ew.
Oh, God.
Grandpa, no.
That whole conversation was dumb.
I hated
It was basically there for Ben to have his Swallow fight with his buddies and then to beat them all miraculously.
Yeah.
With
With one saber.
With one saber magically teleporting to the other person.
All of his classmates that trained with him for years.
Yeah.
With no sabers.
Yeah.
All of a sudden intimidated by a saber.
He looked cool in his pajamas.
Yeah, he did. He looked nice.
That was a good fight. I'm not saying it was a bad fight. It was good. I was happy to see it. It was cool.
I liked it.
But
he was a cutie.
Sure. Sure. But and then the whole conversation with Palpatine and Rey, and how Palpatine was Palpatine was in Kylo's mind from the beginning. That was at the beginning.
I kind of called that.
You did? I didn't.
Honestly, I kind of called that from the very beginning, just because I knew that they had to bring back someone. When they announced at Star Wars Elevation the laughing with Palpatine, I was like, Palpatine's been in Kylo's head this entire fucking time, whispering as his grandfather, tricking him and everything. Because in the very beginning, where he was just like, I'm going to finish what you started, that's fucking Palpatine being like, no,
so
he's going to finish what
you know more about Kylo Ren than I do, because I've blocked him out of my brain. But in Force Awakens, did he say he specifically heard his grandfather? Like, he heard Vader talk to him?
He didn't specifically say, but he was always talking with the mask. And in the books, he was always left alone meditating with the mask.
Okay. So you never physically heard Anakin?
No.
Okay. Because why would Anakin talk to him?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
But then also putting those thoughts in Kylo's head.
Okay.
Via the mask and everything.
Right.
I can totally see that happening.
Snoke was a clone.
Yes.
Which hold on, did you get those Matrix vibes, though? I know! It's like, look at those little clone Snoke babies. That's so stupid.
I hated it.
That was so dumb.
Also,
I was like, his face even looks fucked up.
I know! I was literally about, like, how many times did you fucking clone this boy? Like, you still got his, like, what was it? His left eye still fucked up?
Yeah, I was like,
come on.
Just reshape that left jaw a little bit.
How long have you been in this, like, weird box? Like, Come on.
I liked the idea of Snoke in Force Awakens. I was
sure.
like, cool, another big overlord. I wonder what connection he has to Palpatine.
You know,
wait, he's just a clone. You
know what?
Palpatine's mind.
You know what? I wouldn't have been angry about the clone thing had they not Snoked him.
Yeah.
Because that is an adjective now.
Yeah, no.
They Snoked him.
They Snoked him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't, like, if J.J. Abrams had the second movie, I feel like we would be coming out of this way better than we did.
Oh!
And I have nothing
100%.
I have nothing against Rian Johnson, what his opinions were, because I just
Same.
didn't care for the movie, whatever. But that with this one, makes Last Jedi worse.
Yeah,
like, and it makes it
makes the trilogy worse. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, like, I am very disappointed that we didn't have, like, a consistent director all the way through.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have, like, a TV series or a spin-off series or whatever where
maybe they were spread apart and there was some more stuff. There was with books and comics, and, like, I did read a lot of the in-betweens. I read Phasma, Aftermath wasn't, and Bloodline wasn't in between, but those were before. But, I mean, like, I was trying to catch up and read, and of course, Rebels and stuff like that, but, like, we just didn't have enough.
No.
We have had so much stuff in between the original trilogy and the prequels to where all of that is groovy now, man.
Yeah.
And this one was just like,
yeah. It's like we had a stroke.
No, yeah.
And we're only, like, getting parts of it.
So fast. It's so fast. And so I don't want to hate on JJ. Because I
No.
loved The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hate on anybody except Finn.
I want to just say, I'm like, I do not want to come across like I'm hating everything.
Well, we are.
I know. But, or at least
Well, that's why
hating
we're doing
people
this.
personally and
This
everything.
is our opinion.
I just think with all the planning, with all the information, with all the, like, longevity of what Star Wars is, they could have done a better job.
Yeah, same.
And I think we're just very frustrated and disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, the movie was okay.
Fine.
It wasn't great. It was supposed to be,
I mean, I'm not going to see it again.
I watched half of it today, torrented, because I didn't. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to go to the theater and see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it again. I did the same thing for Last Jedi. I walked out, I was like, I don't want to see it again.
I did see the Last Jedi twice in theaters just because of that red room
Versus
scene.
Infinity War and Endgame, I saw those movies dozens of times.
Yep. I mean, the Force Awakens, I literally saw that movie 5 times in theater.
I think I saw that twice, honestly.
I saw it 5 times in theater. I
loved
that
good movie in theaters. It felt very cohesive. Yeah. But that's, I mean, it was easy to do that because they were breaking ground into a new story that they knew that they were going to continue in other ones. This was hard. This movie was hard to make.
Yeah.
And I'm not disparaging anybody on it, but it was hard to make.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely agree.
Palpatine's Coliseum.
When you literally whispered, "Are you not entertained?" I thought I was about to die. I was trying so hard not to just cackle, laugh, like Palpatine.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
It really did.
It was weird.
Also, I feel like was a very much a missed opportunity to just light the entire Coliseum with red lightsabers.
No.
I would have shat myself.
No.
Because where did all the people come from? Are they clones?
It makes it feel like that Palpatine was a certain specific type of race. Like, it was like all of those people were him. You know?
Were they him?
I don't know. No one knows. But what I felt like, it felt like to me that they were showing that this is a secret planet that's existed for a millennia, and we've been controlling everything.
Yeah,
I have all of these people that are like me.
Yeah.
And they're all just little Shreve Palpatines just sitting around walking really creepily, you know?
Yes.
But I'm like, no, he's from Naboo.
Yeah.
He's an actual person.
Yeah.
He trained to be the badness he is.
Yep.
He's not his own planet or is he? I need to read Plagueis, I guess. Nope, that's not canon. Never mind.
I don't know. I just want to know where the hell all these people came from.
Yeah.
Because I'm just kind of like,
so many
are they
questions.
all Siths? If so, why the hell are they not fighting? Why the hell did they not light their
because they're in a
lightsabers?
Coliseum and they only paid $1.50 to see the crowning of Princess Rey of all Sith Lord beings.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, which I haven't read as many of the books and everything.
Well, there's nothing that has come to, like, there's nothing right now that explains any of this.
No. I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about the whole part where all of a sudden he's like, "Strike me down, and then I will be in you, and all the Sith will be in you." And I'm like,
yeah. If that was your original plan, you would have already tried to bring, unless he knew that Kylo was coming, because it seemed like he didn't. Do you think that Palpatine knew Kylo was coming?
if Palpatine was so powerful. Yeah. And so, like, I know every move that you're going to make.
Yeah.
Then he's a dum-dum if he thought that Kylo was going to, like, obey him. And didn't get the sense of, like, oh, this stupid boy is going to betray me just like his granddaddy.
Yeah. Because mentally, in his little pitches, when he pitches his lightsaber, essentially he's shedding Kylo Ren and he's been Solo.
Yeah.
So, essentially, Palpatine's out of his head.
Yeah.
And so he went there on his own fruition. But for Palpatine to be like, oh, you're here, and to become one, this was my ultimate plan all along. It was like he switched to his entire party, and he made everybody come there for pointless. And he was like, oh, now there's two. Woo!
We're about to get real political. It kind of feels like he did a Trump.
He did! This very much, yes, there's a lot of real-world implications in a lot of these movies, and that did feel like it. It did.
It just felt like all of a sudden he's like, oh, this didn't go my way, but I meant for it to happen.
Ha-da-cha-cha.
Let me grow my fingers back.
However, when he did, like, force take away some life, he made a great outfit.
He did.
That little, like, red silk, like, kimono thing. Like, hey, that's good looking, Shreve. You look great. Besides his missing fingers. When he was hooked up to the machine.
Yeah, like, oh, he doesn't have any powers right now because he's missing some digits. Oh, cry me a river.
And then he gets his little fingertippy things.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, by the way, I can do zap zaps again.
I can do zap zaps. And hold on, let me zap the entire fleet outside. Okay,
that just tells me he wasn't trying.
If he was that powerful, he would have exploded Luke.
Yeah!
Into smithereens in Return of the Jedi. Unless he knows how to control his zappy zaps. Who never. He's the most powerful being there is.
Ugh, fuck off. He wasn't trying.
And what sucks so much is that when we saw the trailer at Star Wars Celebration, I was the most excited for Palpatine.
Yeah, same. I'm really disappointed with Palpatine. I was just like...
And also, like...
He felt dumb!
He felt dumb, and he felt like a shoehorn reason for Rey to fight a different fight.
Yeah.
Than for Rey to just join the fight of fighting the bad people.
Yeah. Also,
they're way too separate.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. How does Rey know about Palpatine? Because all of a sudden when Kylo was like, you're a Palpatine, and all of a sudden she's just like,
maybe
what?
It was in the books. Her Jedi books. Maybe Luke told her about it. I don't know. That I can see. Maybe she learned about it off screen, just because Palpatine was always the anti-Jedi.
I just wish I feel like that should have been something on screen, because it just was all of a sudden like, oh, so a scavenger that doesn't know shit all of a sudden knows all the political history that happened before her.
Yeah.
And these political figures that were big bad guys.
Which I guess makes me to believe her Jedi training session with Leia also had some study time.
Yeah. Like, let me meditate, study with the Force. Yeah. Also, by the way, there was this douchebag.
Let me show you these timelines. Here's some textbooks. Jesus. Just like the Jedi Academy. Leia had a Jedi Academy that she taught Rey. Whatever.
Trying to think what else.
Okay, they fight Shreve, and Shreve's like, no! And they're like, yeah! And then takes some life force, and Shreve becomes his beautiful dressed self, and then decides to zappy zap everybody outside, which is a fight that's going on that blew my mind a bit. Because we all knew. Here's the thing, like, they also revealed a lot in the trailer to, like, we knew that all those people were gonna come.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't showed that in the trailer.
We knew Lando was gonna come in the Falcon.
Yeah.
We knew that Chewie was gonna be with him.
See, that would have been fine. I just, the entire, like, scene where all of a sudden you see all of the ships, that kind of ruined it a little bit.
It did, because, like, in Rogue One, I was pleasantly surprised with everything that happened, because I could not plot point what was going to happen, even though obviously I know they get the plans to Leia.
Yes,
like, I know that, but
Rogue
when they were fighting,
was a masterpiece, though.
God, it was. It's my favorite. When they were fighting on the planet, and then they were shut off, and those guys were kept inside, and then and then everybody came to help them after that. Like, that had feelings. That had they came and they helped him. Like, that made sense. This didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, where were all those people in the last movie? Where were all those people trying to help kill Starkiller Base if this was the big issue?
They were late.
Yeah. And then all of the people that are working in each one of those destroyers. And, like, I get price.
Where did all the people come from?
No, I don't know.
Where did they come from?
I guess they were
And
troopers.
who is their tailor?
Or maybe, I don't know, everybody looks so good. And we never got to see the red troopers that much, too. And
oh, yeah, they were abysmal.
I wanted to see someone. And, like, they were using the red trooper as a huge marketing ploy.
Yeah.
And I was really thinking we were going to see that red trooper way earlier.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I even remember the red trooper.
They were fighting some people on the planet, on the Sith planet. They were fighting like Finn and Finn's ground
never
people.
mind. I do remember now. Okay.
Yeah.
But see, that I should remember them.
I know, and that's bad. And like I just logged into my PlayStation, and Battlefront 2's logo right now is that red trooper. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say it. If I was one of the Sith clone Palpatine lookalike motherfuckers that was in the Coliseum, I saw shit going down, I would have just left.
You would have tried to Marjorie Tyrell it.
Yeah, I would have been like, bye.
R.I.P. Also, what was this? I was reading
help.
I was reading people's obviously tweets to this on Twitter today, which has been fun. But Ash Crossan, in a conversation with Sarah, our friend Sarah Demp,
yes,
I was weirdly peeking in, and I was like, "Hey guys," and then she said something like, "It felt very much like the Game of Thrones finale."
Yes,
and I was like, "Oh, it did."
Oh my gosh, it does.
It does, and I was like, first off, don't compare Kylo to Daenerys. I will lose my shit, because no. But it felt very much. It felt very much as in like the feeling after the movie felt like the
hollow.
GOT.
I felt just like I felt underwhelmed. I felt hollowed. I felt like just disappointed. Like they had an opportunity to really go gold. Yeah. But it was just like there was too much. I
don't like with these sagas and trilogies, the last movies are they are the hardest. But like Infinity War Endgame, beautiful, perfect for 10 years of movies. Like they sailed that one through. GOT.
Yeah.
And then like this was
but like Marvel has a record. Marvel and Disney have a record of doing crazy shit.
Yeah. Well,
and doing good storytelling. Why couldn't they do this with Star Wars? Why I think we are so frustrated, because we have high expectations now from Marvel and from Disney and from this universe, and we were not given that during this movie.
And there was no reason why we couldn't have.
Yeah.
The only thing working against us was Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia.
Yes.
And we understand that this movie was supposed to be about her ending.
Yes.
That was the big issue.
That's fine. They still could have done her a little bit more justice.
I agree.
I will say the very, very end part where we saw the Force Ghost, that was sweet. That was nice.
And then Rey's like, I'm gonna jack your name. And I was like, oh,
I know.
Undeserved.
Hey, no, didn't Kylo and Rey kiss? They're married, she's pregnant. That's how that works. Yeah, so
okay. What other notes? Because we gotta leave for a party soon.
Oh, that's true. That's fine. I think we've been doing it for about an hour now.
We have, hour and 7.
Yeah, we're good. We're fine.
What else do you have in your notes you talk about?
Let's see. Palpatine?
I like how you forgot the I. It just says Palpatine.
Palpatine. Hey, it was dark.
True.
I couldn't see.
And I just kept throwing popcorn in the air and screaming angrily.
Oh, it says, Amanda punched me. Hello, Ben Solo.
I hated that. Yeah.
Oh, another kind of nice moment that I really, really liked was when Rey was in the X-Wing. Oh, because that was foreshadowing from the very, very beginning when she puts the X-Wing helmet on.
I did like that.
I really liked that moment. Yeah. That was good storytelling.
Yeah.
Take notes, Disney.
That was good. But also, did I say when Luke was raising the X-Wing out of Octo, and I was like, they're gonna let that dry.
I know.
Someone get the shop vac. That thing is wet.
I was cackling when you told me, like, someone get the shop vac. I was like, stop.
The problem was that this movie is that I was so taken out of the movie, I couldn't feel anything deep anymore.
Agreed.
Everything was funny.
Agreed.
And I kept being like, I hate this, and everything that was supposed to be gravitas felt like nothing.
I know.
Therefore, I laughing and make shop vac.
I literally, I don't think I cried during the entire movie.
I didn't. I cried at the Mulan trailer.
Same. Literally, there was a tear rolling down my cheek. I didn't wear makeup to the theater because I thought I was going to be bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, I had my napkins prepared to, like, do a really sad Leia memorial, and then I didn't even know she was dead until they were like, she disappeared, and I was like, oh, was I supposed to cry now?
Yeah. Let's see, what else do I have in my notes? Horses on the ship. I liked that.
That was cute.
I liked how they were like, or what was it, like, discombobulate their thing, and they're like, there is no signal for their thing.
There is no ground assault.
And then all of a sudden, horse racing.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, that was cool. That was nice. I also like how they changed the, in the trailer, they were in a field with the horses during that scene, and then in the movie, they were on the ship.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that difference. I was like it. And then my very last note, which is in huge bold letters, is Raylo. Because we won! But
did you?
Yes.
Did you though?
Hey, you know what? A couple of, like, longevity years of just getting absolutely made fun of and told that we're trash and incest assholes and blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, fuck y'all, we got one. and then he died. Okay, so when Rey was dead, I was just kind of like,
I knew she wasn't dead the whole time. Like, and that I couldn't even feel.
Yeah.
Like, when she died, I was like,
cry.
oh, she's coming back.
Yeah,
like,
same.
I wasn't upset. I should have been upset. Why wasn't I upset?
I was upset when Palpatine threw my boy in, kind of like his father falling in a fucking pit.
Once again, I was like, he's gonna come back.
I know. Like, we knew he was gonna come back. It was just
People need to die in movies. I'm sorry. Like,
well, we did, because
we need to have gravitas.
Fucking Ben died after he was redeemed, and all of a sudden he knows the healing thing.
That would have been really good if he would have popped up at the end. The end Force Ghost with his mom and dad, with Rey.
I am upset that he wasn't.
That would have been nice.
I am very upset that he wasn't, because I think he should have been joined with his mom again. Another reason why I think that we should have seen a Force Ghost when they were fighting originally, because again, Kylo still hasn't seen his fucking mom in years, and he even mentioned that he was, or he felt like he couldn't go back to her. So how, like, I probably would have cried if all of a sudden he said that they were fighting, and all of a sudden she's like, she appears, says, come home, and then, like, have a fucking emotional breakdown.
See,
that would have punched me in the gut.
Okay, well, Alex just rewrote the movie.
You're welcome.
Where I feel like I agree for once. It's true,
If you don't know, I'm doing, like, a
come at me.
Come at me.
Come at me, I win, I've solved all problems. It's true. That's exactly what I feel like really should have happened.
Yeah. Where's my extended edition?
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, when Kylo gave the rest of his life force to Rey, I honestly was not expecting that kiss. I am a full-blown Reylo fan.
Stupid.
I was not planning for that kiss. I was planning for, like, forehead touching, like a moment.
If he would have kissed her forehead, I would have been happier.
Oh, I think I would have been happier too. And I'm a huge Reylo fan.
That kiss came out of nowhere.
It honestly
was very
did.
jarring. It was very jarring.
If they had mentioned more of the hand-holding and, like, the moment after the throne scene in the second movie, like, building on that, like, bond to that relationship and understanding and more communication, I probably would have been like, something's happening. A little bit more of that. That would have been cool.
If
but
I
they
would have
rushed
felt more
it.
tension between a possible attraction between the two. But it was weird tension.
Yeah.
It was, which is, I don't want to say gross tension, but that's why it turned us off, because we just didn't get it. We were like, I don't like it.
I will say this, I got a little bit of that when they were back in the Death Star in the throne room, and she was just kind of like, I would have taken your hand, but I would have taken Ben's hand. I got a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I never felt the attractive / sexual / tension. I
don't know about sexual tension, but I definitely...
Yeah, sexual tension's very strong. Yeah. I want to, like, dial it down. Like,
there was
puppy love tension.
Yeah, there was also moments in the books that, like, in Force Awakens, when you actually read the book and everything, Snoke actually sensed... he used the same exact wording that Palpatine used on Anakin when Anakin was feeling feelings with Padme. He used the same exact words.
And I'm not going to get into that argument.
I know. I'm sorry.
Because that's another podcast.
I know.
Like a full series.
He used the same exact phrasing for Kylo when he was feeling towards Rey.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of... See, the Reylo community dives deep.
we cut out for a little bit. I touched a thing and
how dare.
Yeah, okay. What were we talking about?
Raylo community be crazy.
Yes, I'm not in the Raylo community, so I don't know the tension you guys have found.
Yes.
And so maybe it makes more sense for you guys. Cool.
It does.
Great.
That's fine.
Glad.
You're okay.
But it's like, I never got that, and so that's why it's so jarring for me, and that's why I was so mad at that kiss. And
I was waiting for another punch, to be completely honest. But then, don't worry, because I literally, the air escaped me, because I was like, or, like, it finally got me, and then he falls back and fades, and I literally choked. And I think you started laughing at me.
I did. I laughed at everything.
Because it was completely silent, and all of a sudden you just hear me, you just go like...
I was the only person in that entire theater that laughed. Okay, so wrapping this thing up.
Yeah.
So they all get back, they win the battle, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. They win back, they come back, Chewie gets his medal. The only time I teared, I didn't even cry, because... I don't know, I was just tired. I just want him to have a vacation. I want him to have the longest life day vacation ever. Because Chewie's wonderful. And, like, everybody was
Chewie
back.
needs a break. Chewie needs to go
C-3PO
back.
got his brain back, and I was like, okay. And I wanted the gravitas. I wanted him to not. I wanted him to not get everything back.
Though I will say...
R2-D2 played no part in this, by the way, and made me very mad.
Though I will say, when R2-D2 talks to CP3O for the first time and was like, "You're my best friend," and he's like, "What do you mean you're my best friend?" And I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Like, that hurt. That hurt more than, like, a lot of moments that should have hurt.
Yeah. So they win. Yep. Yay. About it. What else happened? Is that it? She goes back to Tatooine.
She goes back to Tatooine. And wraps her up,
which is fine. I was very fine with all of that.
She buries the lightsabers. I didn't like
her name being like, I'm a Skywalker. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I wish that whole bit of her conversation with the lady on the whatever was just gone. Yeah. If she just buried the lightsabers, stared at the suns of BB-8, boom, end, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, and also ignite her lightsaber, her yellow lightsaber.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What is that? Where is that from? If everyone comes in here and says that's Bastilla Sean's lightsaber, I am table flipping everything.
I was about to say, I'm like, Bastilla.
Bastilla doesn't exist. She's in the legends, quote, quote. But, like...
But let's be honest. Bastilla and Raven was Raven? Yeah.
Yes.
Was literally what this trilogy was kind of supposed to be.
Well,
because what happened with Bastilla and Raven?
The same thing. But same thing. She buries the lightsabers.
Which I'm gonna be real, because I was about to get worried. I'm like, is she just about to, like, just leave these fucking lightsabers in this abandoned house?
Yeah, I was expecting it.
Because I was been like, someone's gonna ransack this house and find 2 glowy sticks and like poke an eye out.
And that's where we're gonna continue on everything else down the saga. But, like, she buries the lightsabers. She buries the Jedi within herself. She becomes Rey now. She is back to Rey where she was. She's burying us. Everything is over. Everything is over. But then she ignites a yellow lightsaber. For what reason? Where was that? You did make a good connection that it could have been a lightsaber made from her pole thingy.
Yes.
Which I was like,
oh, no,
cool.
It was.
Okay.
Because if you actually look, it's her original staff thing.
By this time and point, I was just throwing popcorn in the air.
Oh, I know.
Stunning. But... That made no sense.
So I will say, where's her double-sided lightsaber?
Who knows? That could have been. But didn't she say to Palpatine in the fight, "I am no Jedi"? Isn't that what she said before she disintegrated?
No, she says, "And I am all the Jedi."
Oh, that's what she said?
Yeah, because he was like, "I am all the Sith," and she was like, "Well, I am all the Jedi."
I would have been better if she would have taken Ahsoka as, "Well, I am no Jedi." I'd been like. Badass.
Like, I am no man.
I loved that, yeah. But no, she didn't. Okay. So
now I'm just kind of like, well, now the question is the Force balanced?
No, because the whole point of the Skywalker saga was pointless. It really was. The Skywalkers disrupted everything in the world. And then absolutely nothing really happened except...
Here's the thing.
Well, it's all it's all Palpatine's fault.
Yeah.
Everything is all Palpatine's fault. And did he win at the end? I think he did.
Palpatine?
Yeah. I think he got exactly what he wanted. A Coliseum full of his clones. I don't know. I just think it felt like if The whole saga was pointless.
Because, well, if we think about, like, the Force and balance and everything, Ren's dead, Palpatine's dead, there is no dark side Force anymore, so now it's out of balance again.
Yeah, sure.
If Ben had survived and still been on the dark side, there would have been balance. Because there would have still been an equal amount of Sith, and still would have been an equal amount of Jedi, because it would have just been fucking them.
Well, we don't know that, because still got that boy is out there with that broom.
That's true. I mean, there's always going to be, like, Force-sensitive
and he's probably
people.
a Kenobi.
But as far as,
because the only way Jedis can exist is if they have a bloodline. See? That's why this whole thing.
I don't know about bloodline.
No, I don't think so either. I hate that too. But that's what this whole movie made it sound like.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta go.
We gotta go to the Christmas party.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining our bitch fest.
Yeah, I'm sorry it was so negative, but it had a...
No, I mean, I'm not sorry for anything. This is my true feelings on how the movie was.
I know. I'm
we
just disappointed.
spoke in-game as it was a wonder to cinema. It was. And we were very positive on that. And honestly, this is how I feel about this movie. Yeah. I have no regrets. However, I am going to look into my Zori Bliss cosplays.
Oh, you didn't announce that you were wanting to try to do that.
Oh, I thought I did. Did I not? Okay.
A little bit. But
well, Zori Bliss, I love that outfit. Love everything she looks like. I'm going to dive into her character way more because I have a soft spot for characters, especially lady characters, who are both good and bad.
Yes. Like it.
Like it. Love it. Okay, so thank you guys for joining on our Rise of Skywalker. Like it however you want to like it. Talk about it however you want to talk about it. Just don't harass people and tell people that they're stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And let us know what you thought kindly. Yeah. Let us know if you found out if Samuel L. Jackson can actually do the lightning.
Yeah. And if we got anything wrong, please fact check us and let us know.
That's totally fine.
That's totally fine.
Fact check us.
Fact check us. Fact check us. So, yes. Once again, we will probably be back at the beginning of the year to talk about 2020 stuff, maybe? For our podcast?
We'll have MagFest
in
the very beginning.
MagFest and KatsuCon is at the beginning of the year.
And you might see our faces.
What? For what?
For the next podcast.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we're going to test all that out. And
we'll
have
figure
a good
stuff
time.
out. We're going to have a good time.
Thanks for joining in all of our stuff this year. And we will see you all in 2020.
Where can they find you, Amanda?
I can find me on all the Jedimanda things, which is all the social medias. Sorry, my brain's mushed. I just want to go party.
And you can find me at A. Lee Studios on most social medias or Alexandra Lee Studios.
Yeah, so thank you guys for joining in our almost hour and a half bitch fest on The Rise of Skywalker. Once again, Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie in my opinion. What is your favorite Star Wars movie in your opinion, Alex?
Rogue One.
Rogue One? Go watch Rogue One.
It's a win-win.
Go watch Rogue One. Rogue One.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.